In this lecture, we are going to see about push-down automata in Unit 3. So, Unit 3 title is Context-Free Grammar and Languages. So, context-free grammar consists of 4 tuples, variables, terminals, protection and start symbol. We all know what is language is a set of strings, and the language is generated by particular grammar. Then the language is said to be context-free language, CFL. So, next we move on to the topic push-down automata. So in the first class, we are seeing about some mathematical model which is involved in solving the problems efficiently in TOC concept, because TOC is nothing but it is a foundation of computer science, and which is used to solve the problem in more efficient manner. So how the problem is solved in efficient manner, in the sense there are some concepts or there automata theory and computability theory and complexity theory. So in automata theory is nothing but it is defines the mathematical model of the system. So we are having some mathematical model to solve the problem efficient. So the models is nothing but finite automata, push-down automata and Turing machine. So already we saw about what is finite automata. So the same one here is push-down automata. So push-down automata is also a mathematical model of the system. It is described because the problem is efficiently solved to provide a solution. That's why we are going with TOC. So push-down automata is similar like finite automata. It is a mathematical model of the system, and it is a finite automata which accept input and produce the output as the finite number of states. But the difference between finite automata and push-down automata, that in finite automata they having only the finite control, and a finite control controls the input tape and produce the output. But in push-down automata, with the control of stack, which it can store the string of stack elements. So with the help of the stack, the push-down automata can remember an infinite amount of information. This is the model of push-down automata. So the center one is finite state control. It is similar like finite automata. So it accepts input from input type and check whether the particular input string is accepted or not. And the finite state control having the control of stack operation. We all know the stack is having two main operations, that is push and pop operation. But here push-down automata having the two operations extra, that one is no operation and halt. Right, there are 4 operations. One is push, and second one is pop, and third one is no operation, and last one is halt operation. Right, so there are 4 operations in stack, and push-down automata having the control with the stack. So the push-down automata consists of the finite set of states and a finite set of input symbols and a finite set of push-down symbols. And the finite control has control of both the input tape and the push-down automata state. So in one transition of the push-down automata, the control head reads the input symbol from the input tape and move on to the next state, and replaces the symbol on the top of the stack by the current input symbol, which is read by the input tape by using the finite control. So the same concept like finite automata, but push-down automata reads the input symbol from the input tape, and it put the particular symbol on the stack corresponding to the input tape, and also the stack symbol is popped for the corresponding input symbol. So in stack we are going to insert, that is push some element into the stack from the input symbol, and also we have to remove the element from the stack. So this is the definition of push-down automata. In finite automata, they are having 5 tuples. The same 5 tuples here also present. That is Q, sigma, del, Q naught, F. Extra in push-down automata having 2 more tuples, that is tau and Z naught. Because push-down automata using stack concept. So for that stack concept, here the definition having 2 more tuples. So the same other 5 tuples having the same definition, that is capital Q is a set of finite number of states, and a sigma is a input alphabet, and a del is a transition function, and Q naught is the initial state, and F is the set of final state. So Z naught is the initial start symbol of the stack. It is either called as the top or bottom of the stack because it is the stack. So in this stack default having Z naught in the bottom of the stack element. So if there are a number of symbols on the stack, so then z0 is considered as the bottom of the stack element. If there are no more symbols except z0 in the stack, means z0 is the top of the element. So z0 is considered as either top or bottom of the stack element. And tau means it consider all the elements of the stack. So tau is the finite non-empty set of stack symbols. So this is the definition of push down automata. So push down automata having 7 tuples, 5 tuples are similar like finite automata, the two more tuples having with the control of stack. So the next one is move, because move is nothing but transition function. One state to another state, we have to move by using the transition function. So the transition function is not similar like finite automata, because in push down automata we are using stack operation. That's why we are using push and pop operation. For that purpose, the moving operation is little bit changed. So the transition function is written like as del of, see the first line, q comma a comma z. So q is the current state which may having the initial state or intermediate state or the final state, and a is the current input read symbol, and z is the top of the stack element. So in the stack, which one having the top element, that is right in the third term of the transition function. So is equal to p1 comma gamma 1. Here p1 is the next state of the q. So for example, q is the initial state, means p1 is the next state. So q is replaced by p1 and comma gamma 1. Here gamma 1 is the replacement symbol for z. So for the current state q, getting the input symbol a, and go to the next state p1 with the replacement of y1 for z. So this is the transition function for push down automata. And id is nothing but instantaneous description. It is an important concept which is used to record the current state of the finite automata and the stack content. So this is id of the particular finite automata. And the next important topic is the languages of push down automata. So the push down automata is accepted by two ways. One is it is accepted by final state, or it is accepted by empty state. Empty stack is nothing but push down automata is accepted by final state, means whenever the final state is reached for the current input symbol, we have to derive the push down automata is accepted by final state, right? Which means the stack having some elements in the stack, that is acceptance of final state. But acceptance by empty stack means after reaching the final state, we have to empty the stack, which means we have to remove all the elements in the stack. That concept is known as empty stack. Then only the given language is accepted by final state. Empty stack. So clearly know that final state means the stack having some more elements, which means z0 contains in a stack. That is acceptance by final state. Acceptance by empty stack means we have to remove all the elements in the stack. Z0 is also not presented in stack. That concept is known as acceptance by empty stack. So you can clearly see that acceptance by final state, that is L of m is equal to q0 comma w comma z0 is equal to p comma epsilon comma gamma. So here q0 is the current state or any intermediate state. It is replaced by p, that may be the next state. So the input symbol is indicated by w, comma z0 is the top of the stack. So z0 is replaced by another stack symbol, that is gamma, which means the stack having some elements. That concept is known as acceptance by final state. So acceptance by empty stack means n of m is equal to q0 comma w comma z0 is equal to p comma epsilon comma epsilon. So here it indicates the current state q0, read the input symbol w with the top of the stack element is z0, which goes to the next state p, and z0 is replaced by the symbol of epsilon, which means the stack is emptied by remove all the elements in the stack. So this concept is known as acceptance of empty stack. So there are two theorems for this acceptance of empty stack and acceptance of final state, because both are similarly equal. So the first theorem is we have to construct the finite automata from empty stack to final state. Another theorem is we have to construct the push down automata from final state to empty stack. So the first one is from empty stack to final state, means in this theorem the stack having no element. So to final state means the stack having z0 element. So the theorem is, if L is equal to L is a language, n of Pn, P suffix n is nothing but push down automata with final empty stack, P suffix f is nothing but push down automata with final state. So for some push down automata having 7 tuples, then there exists PDA push down automata f, that is final state of push down automata, such that L is equal to L of P of f, which means wherever if the language is accepted by empty stack, then the language is also accepted by final state. That is the theorem. The same theorem is also here. The theorem is, if the language is accepted by final state, then the language is accepted by empty stack also. So this is the theorem. So the proof is nothing but the theorem states that if there exists a push down automata which has acceptance by empty stack, then there should be a PDA which also acceptance by the final state. So we have to take the tuples for Pn and also Pf. So the 7 tuples for Pn, and it is planned to have Pf which is similar to Pn by using the concatenation operator. Pf is equal to Q is a set of states union, and also the initial state of both the Pn and Pf are concatenated, and both the stack symbols of Pn and Pf are also concatenated. So you can see this diagram. It is the initial state Q0, epsilon comma x0. So epsilon is the current input symbol and x0 is the top of the stack element. So here empty stack to final state means epsilon comma x0, and it is replaced by z0 x0, because to final state means z0 is the z0 should contain in the stack element. That's why they are writing z0 x0. And in the intermediate there are 3 states, and that is circled, which means there are any number of intermediate states. That's why they are indicating like this. So in the final state, which getting epsilon comma x0 epsilon. So we can convert the push down automata from empty stack to final state, and also final state to empty stack. So you can see that in if part, Q0 comma W comma X0. So Q0 is the current state, W is the set of input alphabet, and X0 is the bottom of the stack or top of the stack. So Q0 dash is replaced by Q0, and the input symbol is W, and last one is having Z0 X0, another stack element, right? So for W, for the input string W, Z0 is removed from the stack element. So the input symbol is getting emptied. So the next step, Q comma epsilon comma x0, because Z0 is popped from the stack. In the final step also, if we are considering epsilon as one of the input and x0 is also one of the input, then x0 is popped from the stack for the input symbol epsilon. So in the next step we have get QF, that is final state, epsilon comma epsilon. So this is the part of final state to empty stack, because final state means initially Q0 dash comma W comma X0. So stack having some element X0. So this is final state. In the last step, QF comma epsilon. Here the last term epsilon, that is the stack is getting emptied. So this is also proved for the final state to empty stack. So it is also done for in the reverse process, empty stack to final state. So this is the theorem for empty stack to final state. The next theorem is if the language is accepted by final state, then it is also accepted by empty stack. It is also having the same steps in the first theorem, but it is proved in the reverse process, final state to empty stack. So that the same concept, PF is the push down automata for final state, and PN is the push down automata for empty stack. So proof, you are having PN, that is push down automata for empty stack, having 7 tuples like in the previous step. So in this step we are having for the first step, del dash of Q0 dash comma epsilon comma X0. So the stack having some element, because it is the final state. So is equal to Q0 comma Z0 X0, right? So after playing some input symbol, the last step you can clearly see that QE comma epsilon, Roman letter 4 la last step Q0 comma epsilon, which means it indicates the empty stack, because we have to remove all the elements from the stack. So in this diagram, epsilon comma x0, epsilon is the current input symbol, and it is replaced by the z0 and x0. The same diagram must like the previous theorem. So here also the intermediate states are represented. So in the final state, it is the theorem proof of final state to empty stack. So in the last one, final state diagram represent epsilon comma any, bar epsilon. So anything which have to be passed from the input string, but it is the empty stack concept, so the stack content will be removed. So that's why it is indicated by epsilon comma any bar epsilon, which means the stack don't have any element in the final step. So the theorem concept, in the last step, you can clearly see that q naught dash comma x naught is equal to q naught x z naught q naught. So the current input symbol is x and the bottom of the stack element is x naught. So q naught dash is replaced by the state q naught, and the z naught element is moved, that is pushed into the stack element. After that, the input symbol is empty, so q comma epsilon, x is replaced by epsilon, and z naught is also replaced by the another stack element gamma. So in the final step, epsilon is one of the input string and gamma is the stack element, so the gamma is considered at another input symbol. So the epsilon is pop, so the gamma symbol is popped for the input symbol epsilon. So in the last step, you can clearly see that q comma epsilon. So you have to remember one thing. If the state represents q comma z naught, means that is the language is acceptance by final state. If the state represented q comma epsilon, means the language is acceptance by empty stack. So you have to remember this only. From this only the theorem is proved. Again I repeat, there are two languages in push-down automata, that is the language acceptance by final state and the language is accepted by empty stack. So the language is accepted by final state means we don't need to empty the stack. So in default stack having the element z naught. So acceptance by final state means the transition functions are q comma z naught. So the stack having z naught as one of the input element. So if the language is acceptance by empty stack, means we have to remove all the elements from the stack after reaching the final state. So q comma epsilon. So q may be the final state, but the epsilon is indicating there is no symbol in the stack. So what is PDA? PDA is the push-down automata. It is a mathematical model of the system. And you have to write all the 7 tuples. And second one is what are the languages accepted by push-down automata. There are two languages. One is it is accepted by final state, and the second one is it is accepted by empty stack. And third one is what is ID of PDA. ID is nothing but instantaneous description. It is used to record the current state and stack content. And the fourth one is what are the actions to be performed in push-down automata. Stack operations, push operation, pop operation, no operation, and final one is halt operation. And last one is what are the tuples in push-down automata. There are 7 tuples in push-down automata: capital Q, sigma, del, q naught, f, and 2 more tuples, that is tau. It contains the whole stack elements, and the last one is z naught. It is either the top or bottom of the stack elements.